Greetings, everyone. This is Volt, continuing my playthroughs of Return to the Night of the Zealot, playing Arkham Horror, the living card game, like it's 2018. Not 2017, as I kept saying erroneously in my last video. But 2018, when Return to the Night of the Zealot was released, using the cards, card pool, and lack of a taboo list in existence at the time that return box, with its achievements, first hit shelves. We're tackling this time with Ursula Downs, who came in the Forgotten Age campaign set. We don't have the entire Forgotten Age card pool to work with, but we do have everything up to and including Threads of Fate. Let's take a look at our deck. This will probably look very familiar to anybody familiar with the Dreamy Ursula Outruns the Mythos deck by Scott of the Mythos Busters. This is sort of a proto version of that, since that Dreamy Ursula deck uses some cards not available to me in my card pool. Crack the Case, for example. A few others. Practice Makes Perfect, in particular. But we're making do with what we've got. So we've got Magnifying Glasses as hand assets, Tooth of Etzli for Mythos protection and maybe a bit of card draw, Dr. William Mallison for cheap soak and hopefully converting enemy draws into treachery draws I'm better equipped to deal with. Fieldwork, the Ursula staple. Strange Solution. This is not in the Dreamy deck, but here I need damage. Goal is to convert these Strange Solutions one at a time, if victory points permit, into the Acidic Ichors. This is the pre-taboo Strange Solution Acidic Ichor, which does 3 damage with a base fight of 6. Extremely potent, probably vital. Before that, I've got a plan for some damage. If I can nail at least one victory point ghoul in the gathering with this, that'd be great. I could get 2. I'm not holding my breath. Shortcut, another Ursula staple. Unearth the Ancients as economy and a bit of compression. Since it is an investigate, Ursula can use her free investigate action after a move to play this and hopefully get a Seeker asset into play. I don't have that many Seeker assets, but I have a few. And every bit of action compression you can get in true solo is vital compression. And then a boatload of skills. The standard neutral set minus overpower. The Seeker staples, Eureka, and Inquiring Mind. I am taking deduction. I don't often take deduction in true solo. But while there are a couple of locations that could potentially, depending on the dice roll, come to play with 2 clues for which deduction is helpful, I am more interested in mitigating the problems posed by the Acolyte replacements in this set, the Disciples of the Devourer, which can spawn in a location far from you and essentially take one of your clues. The enemy doesn't get it. It's not Carcosa-style fanatics, whatever they're called, clue theft. Rather, you lose a clue and it drops on that Disciple's location. So by the time you get there, if it's a place you haven't been before, what could have had just 1 clue will now have 2. Deduction will help, hopefully, to hoover those up more quickly. I don't have many upgrades set aside. Return to the Night of the Zealot only gives you so much XP. But I am hopeful to get my Strange Solution Acidic Ichors up. I'm not taking Shrewd Analysis, even though it is available to me, because the Evade and Healing Strange Solutions are frankly not helpful here. Pathfinder, another Ursula staple. This is pre-taboo, so it costs only 1 victory point. And then finally, Barricade level 3, which came in the Return to the Night of the Zealot box, and is my tool, maybe my only possibility, for getting through the main path when it gets choked with named cultists in the Devourer below. So long as I have defeated the Elite, the Masked Hunter or his Return variant, in the Midnight Masks, then all the other cultists that will spawn there, none of them are Elite. So if I'm at the location before they spawn and I've played Barricade level 3, when they spawn, they will end up spawning at connecting locations scattered in the woods instead of in my way. That's the plan. Am I going to accomplish it? Honestly, probably not. I am tackling a couple of achievements here that will significantly reduce my likelihood of winning, but we're trying to get them out of the way. 1, I don't trust her. When given the option to add Lita Chandler to your deck, refuse to do so. This significantly hinders your chances of winning because Lita is very, very good. But do I have to? In the Midnight Masks, have each investigator remain in your house for the first 3 rounds. So among other things, that means my house still needs to exist, so I can't burn it down. Which means I can't defeat the Ghoul Priest even if I wanted to. Because if I defeat the Ghoul Priest and don't burn down my house, then I don't get the option to add Lita Chandler to my deck. So what I'll need to do for the gathering is resign, which leaves the Ghoul Priest and my house intact, gives you the option to take Lita Chandler, and then choose not to do so. Losing Lita Chandler and losing so much tempo in the Midnight Masks, highly detrimental to my chances of success. I'm going to give it my best shot, but if this doesn't pan out, as long as I got those 2 achievements, I'll be content and work on actually beating the campaign in my following decks. Maybe with a return attempt of Ursula. We will see. What else will we see? We will see what our random basic weaknesses. As before, I've got all the random basic weaknesses for our card pool here. Shuffle them up. What do we get? We got the Silver Twilight Acolyte. That's not good. That's, I think, all I have to say about that. Come on, card. Well, all right. We will make do, which will probably be running away. Okay, we've got Return to the Gathering set up. Let's randomize our attic and cellar locations. Put these away. And let's take a look at our opening hand of 5. That Acolyte is really eager to play. All right, we've got Jake. Good to see at the start. We've got the Strange Solution, which I will want to get out and complete the test at a viable spot. I'm going to keep the Perception as a means of getting the first clue in the study. That is Shroud 3, but I'm going to toss the other skills back. Let's see what we get. Magnifying Glass and Fieldwork. Excellent. Okay. I'm fine with that. We have 3 Doom to start figuring out what's going on in the agenda 1th. We're going to shuffle, not exhaust the encounter deck. And we need to get 3 clues and spend them in the guest hall. Let's begin. We're in the study. 3 Shroud, 1 clue. Double action to draw 3 cards. And when an enemy attempts to spawn in a location not in play, you put that location in play and spawn the enemy there. So if a victory point ghoul spawns in the attic or cellar, they don't get discarded. Instead, they show up there and will await my arrival. First turn. What are we doing? The question is, do I want to spend 2 actions to draw 3 cards at the beginning? Because we can certainly slap down a magnifying glass. We can go for 5 on 3, which is pretty good. I can probably save my Perception. Reasonable to cover this much of the bag. Yeah, I'll take that initial card draw, I think. In fact, let's draw the cards. Let's draw the cards first. What if it's the Silver Twilight Acolyte? That'd be real awkward. Honestly, that would be extremely awkward. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just charge ahead. All right, we're going to spend a resource to slap down this magnifying glass. Jake. Yeah. We're going to slap down this magnifying glass. We're going to try to investigate. We are testing 5 against 3. -1 is a pass. We get this clue. Let's spend 3. Whoa! It's a Cyclopean Foundations nonsense. We're going to play Jake Williams. We're going to move. I can't be afraid of the Silver Twilight Acolyte this whole time. He said, knowing, now that he said that when he moves into this guest hall, 1 Shroud, no clues, can't take draw actions here. I tend to forget that. I'm going to remember that. We are going to exhaust Jake. We're going to draw a card. Thankfully, it is not the Silver Twilight Acolyte. It is Dr. Mallison, who's going to be waiting unless and until Jake Williams bites it. Could certainly happen. All right, no enemies. We upkeep into a guts. We're at 1 of 3 Doom. Make sure this is shuffled. And our opening card is a Grave Eater. Fight 2, health 2, evade 2. After it attacks you, discard a card at random from your hand. This is not a great location for it to be. Now with Jake, you can ignore the first attacks of opportunity from your first move or investigate action. So I could move into one of the dead end rooms here without taking an attack. Forgo the extra investigate, which is, you know, less than good. But then investigate and then move out and leave the Grave Eater behind. And frankly, I think that's the play. So we're going to move and we'll go to the bedroom. Shroud 2, 1 clue. After you fail a skill test while investigating, discard a card at random from your hand. Now we're going to evade. So we're testing 4 on 2. Yeah, we'll just go for it. We're going to auto-fail that. Well, then I guess we get to evade a few more times, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, because I don't want to get hit. 4 on 2. Elder Sign. Well, we've evaded it. Also, when I moved, I should have used Jake Williams to draw a card, which is perception, wouldn't have changed anything. Now, with the Elder Sign, I could move. That leaves the clue behind, and I do need that clue. So, but it also means I'm getting away from this ghoul until maybe I'm better equipped to deal with it. No, I need this clue. I am going to stay. Okay. No enemies that do anything. We upkeep. We have an Unearth the Ancients. This guy re-engages us. We're at 2 of 3 Doom on the Mythos. Obscuring Fog. Well, now our location is Shroud 4. Because why wouldn't it be? I mean, we've got perceptions. Okay. I think, again, we're going to try to evade. 4 on 2. Cultist is... I haven't placed the thing here. Hold on. Copy to player mats. Get my reference card nice and big. Easier to see. Cultist -1. If you fail, take a horror. We did not fail, so this guy's evaded. Good. Fine. Now we're going to investigate. We're testing 5 on 4. We'll make it 7 on 4 with this perception. -1 is a pass. We draw... Man, I can't play today. We draw a card which is Shortcut. We get this clue. We discard the Obscuring Fog. And now we move. Yes. We move back to the guest hall. And we use the bonus Investigate to play Unearth the Ancients. Doesn't investigate. And let's see. While the fieldwork is more expensive, I think I'm going to use this to get the Strange Solution in play, because I do want both played. And this is, I'm more likely to nail the test. I don't care so much, well, 4 on 2. It is most of the bag. Oh, actually, I forgot. This is an investigate, so the magnifying glass boosts it. Never mind. We are going to try to do this play fieldwork with this because we're testing 5 on 2. There we go. Perfect. Good. -3. We passed exactly. We have Unearthed the Ancients, and it's the skill to, I don't know, walk around better. Good. Perfect. The enemy does nothing. They're exhausted. We upkeep into a second magnifying glass. Good to see. Cool. Minion readies. And the agenda advances. I must either discard a card at random or take 2 horror. We're going to take 2 horror. We'll put 1 on Jake, because I want my cards. Now we're in Agenda 2. We have a Doom track of 7. What's our Mythos card? It's Rats. Warming and otherwise. Fight 1, health 1, evade 3. Again, not great, and I don't have anything in the way of Fist commits here. I can evade. I could shortcut into the bathroom. The bathroom does have the investigate test to get the clue, where if you pull a symbol token, that ends your turn. So, in a perfect world, that would be the last thing I do. I think we're going to move. With Jake, this move does not provoke attacks of opportunity. One shroud, one clue. If you reveal a symbol while investigating, you lose all remaining actions and end your turn. I'll exhaust fieldwork to get +2 on my next test. It's not going to be the investigate. It is instead going to be evading some rat. Punching some rats. I can use fieldwork to punch rats. 3-on-1. That's the answer. Is it? It sure is. Goodbye, rats. We stampeded over you in our haste to be a successful expeditionist. And then we're going to play our other magnifying glass, and we're going to investigate. 6-on-1. 1. Skull. So I do lose my actions, but I had none to lose. There are no ghouls in my location, so it's a 0. I do still get the clue. All right. And again, I forgot to use Jake Williams to draw a card. I will remember when I actually move at some point. Again, so far it hasn't mattered. Fine. The ghoul just hangs out. We upkeep into deduction. Okay. We're at 1 of 7 doom on the second agenda. The Flesh Eater spawns in the attic. Okay. We have an I've got a plan target. We just don't yet have a plan. So we'll do the basement first, and maybe we'll have a plan by the time we emerge. What I'm pausing to think is, well, let's present the issue as we get moving. Once in the hall, when I spend clues, we'll advance. We'll end up over here. But I'll also have a willpower 4 test, which if failed will make me discard cards at random. I don't want to discard the strange solution. So we're going to play it. At some point, we'll attempt that Intellect 4 test. Maybe with the help of fieldwork. But now, we're going to spend our 3 clues and advance the act. Bunch of stuff happens. We put the hole in the wall into play. We move there and reveal it. Then I test willpower 4. So, hole in the wall is revealed. No. Yes. 1 shroud, no clues. Put the attic, cellar, and parlor into play. So now these are in play. The parlor is over here. We cannot enter because of this unfathomable barrier. Willpower 4 for each point you fail by. Discard a random card from hand. We'll commit guts to this, so we're testing 5-on-4. Sure. We'll use Jake Williams. First, draw a card. Can't use Inquiring Mind, there's no clues here. Do I throw Eureka into this? Yeah, actually, let's throw Eureka into this as well. So we're testing 6 against 4. +1 is a pass. We draw a card from Guts, which is another fieldwork, and we search our top 3 from Eureka. There's a whole lot of no plan. What do I want? I think I want the Inquiring Mind. Okay. And now, if I want to keep tempo and clue getting, I move to the basement. That doesn't mean I'm not getting a card draw from Jake. But we also, frankly, have a bunch of cards. I could play a second fieldwork. You can use them both. Nah, we're going to keep our tempo going. We're going to move down into the cellar, not basement. All right, this is the return version. 2 shroud, 1 clue. When you reveal it, put the set aside deep below your house location into play. I know what's down there. It involves rats. I'll use fieldwork. And I will use my investigate reaction to try to pick up this clue. Shroud 2, we are testing 8 on 2. +1 is a pass, we get that clue. Okay. Ghoul hangs out. We upkeep into a manual dexterity. We're at 2 of 7 doom. We are frozen in fear. This is a job for inquiring mind. So I want to end my location in a place with a clue. So, when I enter here, I will have an agility 4 test, and for every point I fail by, I get rats. 6 on 4. Quite feasible. Yeah, I think we move in there. We do that test. And if we manage to not get any rats, I can play fieldwork. I can attempt the strange solution test. That way I still have a clue in my location in time to... Oh, actually, no, I can only do one of those things because of the, well, frozen in fear. So yeah, let's do exactly that. We're going to move. Deep below your house. 4 shroud, 1 clue. Victory 1. After you reveal these ghoul pits, test agility 3. Oh, it's not 4, it's difficulty 3. Each point you fail by, search the deck and discard pile for a copy of Swarm of Rats and draw it. Shuffle the deck. So a few things happen. After you reveal. So this happens before the Jake draw. Which is fine. So we're testing 4 on 3. We'll commit this manual dexterity to be 6 on 3. Fieldwork. After you move, after you reveal, I think move and reveal happen simultaneously. So I think, because force takes precedence over reactions, I don't think I can fieldwork this test. I think the fieldwork happens after I resolve this test. Someone please feel free to correct me in the comments if in fact move gets resolved completely before reveal, but I think they are simultaneous. Right, so where was I? We were dodging rats. 6 on 3. -1 is a pass. We draw a card for manual dexterity, which is an unexpected courage. No rats today. I don't want the clue yet, so I'm not going to do this investigate because I wanted to help with this frozen in fear test. But I am going to use Jake. If I use Jake, I'm going to have to discard, actually. Since I have 8 cards in hand. Maybe I won't. Doing the strange solution also draws you cards. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to play second field work. It's not limit 1 person per investigator or anything like that. That's the end of the turn. We'll attempt frozen in fear. We'll commit this inquiring mind. So we're testing 6 against 3. Tablet is -2. I take a damage if there was a ghoul here. There isn't. This goes away. No enemies that do anything. We upkeep into a Eureka. Okay. 3 of 7 doom. A Grave Eater. Fight 2, health 2 of 8-2. Alright. What am I doing with this guy? Running away. Getting the clue. Moving. Probably. Evade is 4 on 2. I do have a shortcut, and I might want to use it here. I think I am going to... What have I got? I think I am going to evade and I'm going to commit Eureka to this. 5 on 2. I'm looking for, and I've got a plan. Tablets -2. I do take a damage, which will go on Jake, because there's a ghoul here. Happens even if you pass. But I have succeeded, so we search our top 3. Well, I sure don't want that. I'll take the unexpected courage. All right, and this guy's evaded. I want this clue. We're testing 6 on 4. And I'll commit this perception to be 8 on 4. -2. Ah, I am afflicted by the call of the unknown. But I got the clue. So that'll start challenging me at the beginnings of my turns. I'm putting a 2 horror on that to remind myself about it. And then we move out of these pits. I think I saved the shortcut for an emergency situation. Okay. No enemies that do anything. Upkeep into a second tooth Vetsley. Those. This guy readies. 4 of 7 doom. Rotting Remain. Test willpower 3. So I'm testing 3 on 3. I'll throw the second tooth of it. No, wait a minute. Second. I haven't played this yet. Why am I thinking I have... Anyway. The real question is, am I going to bother? I mean, I've got the resources, but I also still don't yet have an I've got. No, I probably will play it this turn, because I'm not yet ready to move in on the Flesh Eater in the attic. So I think I just take this test. If I eat some horror, I eat some horror. 3 on 3. Cultist -1. If you fail, take a horror. So I fail by 1, but I still take a total of 2 horror. That's fine. All right. I'm going to call the unknown. This is just how I remind myself of it. At the hallway. Yes, there's no clue there, but it'll be an easy test for me to pass, because I'm not moving into the attic yet. What I am doing is moving into the hallway. I'll use my reaction to investigate. 6 on 1. -1 is a pass. So this doesn't hit me, this turn at least. Am I... Yes. I'm going to do the strange solution test. And I will throw an unexpected courage at it. So we are testing 6 against 4. -1 is a pass. We discard this and draw 2 cards. There's this Silver Twilight Acolyte. And I've got a plan. That's kind of amusing. All right, but we've done the strange solution test, so we'll be able to upgrade it. Do I use this to kill this guy? Like, I'll never have a better opportunity. I really want to use it to kill this guy. But I have a second one, and I have only 9 cards left in my deck. We're going to do the smart thing. We're going to spend 3 and an action to play I've Got a Plan to try to defeat the Silver Twilight Acolyte. We are at 4 on 3. I really want this to work. So we're going to... No, 4 on 2, excuse me. So we're going to unexpected courage this as well. 6 on 2. -1 is a pass. We do 3 damage, which is just enough. All right. Fine. No enemies that do anything. We upkeep into a manual dexterity. 5 of 7 doom. Grip chill. Willpower 4. Fail, choose and discard an asset. Well, that can be a field work. Or a mag glass. I think I just take this. 3 on 4. What's my turn look like? Yeah, let's just take this. 3 on 4. A skull is a 0. If I'd thrown anything at it, I would have passed. Did not. And I will discard... I'll discard 1 magnifying glass. Okay. Call the unknown we're going to put here. Do I shortcut in? Use my investigate. With Jake. Using Jake to avoid the attack of opportunity. Yes, I think that is what we're going to do. We're going to play shortcut. So we're going to move up into here. It is the original version. 1 shroud, 2 clues, victory 1. After you enter, you take a horror. And do need to be mindful of the horror. I mean, this is what deduction's for. So, what I could do is get the clues, evade this guy, and leave. And then wait here for a couple rounds while the agenda takes over. Because once we get to Agenda 3, he'll start coming out to meet me. And maybe then I can ambush him with a plan, if I can find it. Yes, so with Jake, this investigate reaction, because the shortcut is not a move action. So the first one of these I'm performing each turn is the investigate. No attack of opportunity. We're going to commit deduction. We are testing 6 against 1. I mean, technically, I could use the fieldworks, but it doesn't actually change anything. -1 is a pass. We get both clues. Okay. Now we evade. We're testing 4 on 1. -3 is an exact pass. This guy's evaded. Oh, and I accomplished this. And because I moved into location, I get a card from Jake, which is shortcut. I can also let Jake die now, pretty much. Next time I get hit by something. Do I move down and draw a card? I think maybe I just draw cards here. Yeah, I'm going to draw a card. Deduction, not helpful. And I'm going to draw a card. Unearth the Ancients. I mean, maybe. Fine. Enemies do nothing. We upkeep. Flesh Eater re-engages us. That's fine. Second Tooth of Etsley. My second I've got a plan is in the bottom 4 cards of my deck. How many cards do I have? I have 8. 6 of 7 doom. We are frozen in fear. Not great. We'll make our Call of the Unknown be the hallway. So I think this is an evade and move. Acquiring mind is useless. There's no clues left. Well, it would change if I used Dr. Mallison to drop a clue. We are going to shortcut again. Shortcut is not a move action, so Frozen in Fear does not affect it. Right back to the hallway. If it was shortcut 2, then Frozen in Fear would affect it. We're going to use the seek reaction to investigate. Because of Jake, this does not provoke an attack of opportunity, so we are testing 5 against 1. +1 is a pass. The Call the Unknown still does not hit us. Now we will evade and we'll commit manual dexterity, not because we need it to pass, but because I want another card. Hang on. I'm going to rewind very slightly. That I'll do the redraw, but that investigate should just be. Nah, it'd be a different test. No, it's fine. I should have used Unearth the Ancients. I will draw a card. No, we are going to do that. No. I had made my decision. It's fine. Yes. I'd made my decision. It was a misplay. I should have used Unearth the Ancients to play Tooth of Etzli, committed deduction. It would have drawn me another card, assuming I passed. That's what I should have done. I didn't. It's fine. Manual Dexterity, 6 on 1. Good thing I committed it. -4, still a pass. We draw. Second Dr. Mallison. Guys evaded. I'm going to draw another card. I've got a plan. It'll show up eventually. Okay. Well, we get a Guts. That'll help for the Frozen in Fear test. We are testing 5 against 3. Let's commit a Tooth of Etzli to make it 6 on 3. Honestly, let's commit a Dr. Mallison to make it 7 on 3. Why not? -2 is a pass. We draw a card from Guts. Second Strange Solution. And no enemies that do anything. We upkeep. The very last card in our deck was the second I've Got a Plan. But now we've gotten it. Fine. 7 of 7 Doom. The agenda ticks over. Shuffle the discard in the encounter deck. Discard until a ghoul is discarded and then draw it. It is the Ghoul from the Depths, which spawns in the bathroom. We are not going to kill this guy. Because well, I guess technically I could draw my second I've Got a Plan. But not highly likely. All right. Oh, whoops. And now the ghouls start coming to the parlor. Doom will be placed for each ghoul in the hallway or parlor. All right. Let's draw a card. Dissonant Voices. I can't play assets or events. I can't. I've Got a Plan. This round. Oof. Okay. Call the Unknown. Come on. Let's put it here in the cellar. Let's see. I could evade. I could move down to the cellar. I could do this investigate. I could actually do what I should have done with Unearth the Ancients and Tooth of Etzli this time. Actually, or Unearth the Ancients and Dr. Mallison. I could let Jake Williams go. I could do Dr. Mallison. Protect against drawing this again. Move back up. The thing is, without Jake, when I move to the parlor, I am going to get slammed by the enemies. But if Dr. Malison has enough soak, he can absorb it. If it's just the ghoul priest. It is a conundrum. It's fine. We are going to... Whoops. Yes, okay. We'll evade. 4 on 1. Yeah, just 4 on 1. Tablets -2. I do take a damage, which can go on Jake. But I still evade this guy. I will move down to the cellar. And I'll use my reaction to investigate. And I will play Unearth the Ancients. I'm trying to put Dr. Malison into play. So we're testing 5 against 1. We have auto failed. So, Dr. Malison does not come into play. Well, there's a real problem. I can either investigate this to not get hit by the horror, but then Graveeater's going to walk in on me and make things doubly awkward. Or I can move back, give up on this, take 2 horror, which will kill Jake, and put myself precariously close. And then I'm going to take another horror when this reshuffles. That is a deceptively bad autofail. How much damage does this guy do? Damage into. Of course it does 2. Oh, that 3 horror from that rotting remains is really sticking it to me, isn't it? Evade. Move. If I move back or deck reshuffles, Jake dies. I'm 1 horror away from don't have the means. Oh man. That really caused me a problem. If I stay here, this Graveeater's going to move in. Next round, I'll have to evade it. Move. Play, I've got a plan. But then I won't... 5. 1 and 2. I guess if I'm defeated by horror, it's not the end of the world so long as I've advanced the act. All right, we're just going to move back to simplify things, to reduce the number of tests that I have to take. Which means this does... it actually doesn't shuffle into my deck, because I can't shuffle into an empty deck, so it actually gets discarded. Not that it matters tremendously, but I do take 2 horror. And then, enemies... Right, so this ghoul moves here. Whoa! This ghoul and this ghoul move here. This guy is evaded. Oh, he moves to the parlor. Moves to the parlor. Huh. All right. Even though he's exhausted, I forgot about that. All right. We upkeep. So, Jake dies. Or is defeated, rather. I am 1 away from defeat. We are going to... then I don't have the clues for the I've got a plan. Kill it. Oh well. But I think I'd have to advance this. I really wanted that victory point. I have misplayed, and it was not in the cards. Thanks to that well-timed dissonant voices. All right. Ghoul Priest engages me. We reveal the parlor. We put Lita Chandler there. All right. An extra 2 doom for the ghoul in the parlor and the ghoul in the hallway. And now, regular doom. What is my doom? My doom is we're frozen in fear again. Oh, my goodness. So, 4 on 4 to evade this guy. Inquiring Mind is blank. I got 2 strange solutions. All right, we are going to... Huh. Okay. Wait. We're 3 doom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe. All right. Nonsense time. Oh, we don't have enough actions because of the frozen in fear. In fact, because of this guy, we get defeated. That's rough. All right. Whatever. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if we can evade. We'll commit these strange solutions to be 6 on 4. -1 is a pass. We do evade him. Yeah, we just don't have enough actions. That guy's gonna annihilate us when we walk in. We can't even resign. All right, well, let's get as far as the door. It's fine. And then this guy annihilates us in the enemy phase. So we are defeated. We take a mental trauma. Oof. We got 2 victory points from locations. From the resolution, we get 2 more victory points. So we do have 4, which is enough to upgrade 1 strange solution. I think that's just what we do. That was a highly unfortunate set of circumstances, but that's Arkham Horror, the card game, a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. So we are defeated. We suffer 1 mental trauma. We get 4 experience points. Our house is still standing. The Ghoul Priest is still alive. We earn the Lita Chantler card. But that's funny. If you're defeated before the agenda runs out, you can't get killed even if you haven't gotten to the Act 3. That's funny. I didn't really realize that. Anyway, right. 4 experience, 1 mental trauma, which is annoying. We're not taking Lita Chantler so that we can accomplish this achievement. I don't trust her. Gonna hand myself with that extra comma. And we will roll right into the Midnight Masks, which is just going to go swimmingly, I can tell, given how well that just went. All right, so we will pull the Ghoul Priest aside since he's going to show up again. Nothing else will. We're going to group all this up. Right. And group all this up. We're going to put all this away. Good. Reset, recall, and place. Return to the Midnight Masks. This guy should have gone away as well. Put them back there. We're going to take 1 strange solution. And we're going to take out 1 of the level 0 strange solutions. Other than that, everything remains the same. Let's shuffle everything back in. Let's see if we can't do better this time. We start with 1 horror. Okay. We start at our house. We shuffle the Ghoul Priest into the encounter deck. I should do that after setup. We click the handy dandy setup. We shuffle the Ghoul Priest into the encounter deck. We shuffle the 5 cultists. We are at our house. We have a doom track of 6 on the first agenda. We can spend an action and 2 clues to draw the top card of the cultist deck. For the achievement, we want to spend the first entire 3 rounds in our house. Let's take a look at our opening hand. We've got shortcuts, mag glass. We're going to keep the mag glass and we're going to throw all the rest back. Unearth the Ancients, Fieldwork. All right, well, we're going to be spending some time drawing cards because that is the stay in our house way. Your house, 2 shroud, 1 clue. The Ghoul Priest spawns here instead of its normal location. You can spend an action once a turn to draw a card and gain a resource. And we're going to be doing that. Okay. Okay. Well, let's start by doing that. We'll draw a card and gain a resource. An Inquiring Mind. I'll slap down the Magnifying Glass. Why not? I'm going to wait to play Fieldwork until I can unearth the Ancients. Maybe? Draw another card. Second Mag Glass. Sure. Throw them both down. Do I third action draw? Into the Silver Twilight Acolyte? No. I think we're just going to play Unearth the Ancients to try to get Fieldwork into play for 1 cheaper. We are testing 6 against 2. -3 is a pass. We put Fieldwork into play. All right. No enemies. We upkeep. Second Inquiring Mind. Mythos, 1 of 6 Doom. Masked Horrors. We don't have any clues, so this just puts a Doom on the agenda. The game wants me to get done with this silly achievement run as quickly as possible. All right. We will use our house to draw a card and gain a resource. Eureka. I'm going to draw another card. Guts. And instead of last action drawing, no, I was going to investigate, but then I don't have the triple, I don't have a clue here to use Inquiring Mind. Heck it, what are the chances? 1 in 23. We're going to draw Dr. Malison. All right, fine. No enemies, we upkeep into a manual dex. 3 of 6 doom, we need to stay in our house one more turn. Hunting Shadow, spend a clue or take 2 damage. We'll take 2 damage. Okay, we will again use our house to draw a card and get a resource. It is an unexpected courage. Let's play Dr. William Malison. And now, finally, let's get this clue. We're investigating a Shroud 2. We are testing 6 on 2. Zero's a pass, we get this clue. Okay. Well, at least we've accomplished the achievement. No enemies, we upkeep. Call of the Unknown. Hey, at least it waited until I was done sitting around in my house. Fine. 4 of 6 doom. Now let's see if we can accomplish anything here. Obscuring Fog. My house is all misty. Nobody cares. We will put the call over here at Rivertown. Okay. Now, the fact that I have a deduction suggests maybe I get the graveyard out of the way, since it will be a double clue. There's also the fact that in 2 turns, the big guy's going to show up, and I've yet to find my strange solution, which means I need to do things that will get me draw. So, maybe I don't do the graveyard because it is Shroud 1. Maybe I attempt one of these because it might be High Shroud double clue. Southside might let me draw 3 cards. No, the graveyard will do a willpower test where I can use Guts and Eureka to draw more cards. That's the way to do it. All right, so we're going to move to Rivertown. That's the return version. Shroud 4, 1 clue. You can spend an action and discard a card with willpower icons to remove Doom from a cultist enemy in play. All right, well, we do need to try to do this investigate. So we are testing 6 on 4. I don't have... Oh, I do have a perception. Well, let's use it. 8 on 4. No, I have field work. Save it for the next one. 8 on 4. Tablet is my... This is the wrong one. Come on. Come on. 5 player amounts. There we go. I think tablet's -3. Yes, if you fail, place a clue in your location. We did not fail. We pass. We draw a card from Perception, which is another deduction. And we get this clue, and Call the Unknown spares us another day. Okay. We move again into the graveyard. 1 Shroud, 2 clues. After you enter, test Willpower 3. If you fail, either take 2 horror, move to Rivertown, victory 1. Okay. So we're testing Willpower 3. I'm going to commit Guts to make it 5 on 3. I'll commit Eureka to make it 6 on 3. Sure. Will auto-fail, because why wouldn't we? I'll take 2 horror. I'll put 1 on William Allison and 1 on myself. Fine. And then we'll investigate. We'll commit deduction. We're testing 7 against 1. We're going to auto-fail that too. Game is truly like, you got your achievements, that's all you're going to get. Okay, that's our turn. I need to get an autofill. I need to spawn the autofill tracker. Where is that? Hold on. I'll do it next time. Just, we've had 3 meaningful autofails. Extremely meaningful. All right, fine, whatever. It's fine. We upkeep into, well, at least we got the strange solution. So, good. That's good. Mythos, we are at 5 of 6 doom. We've accomplished precious little. Crypt Chill, this might kill a magnifying glass, and that's probably fine. Am I going to throw anything at this? Probably not. Do I really want to keep both of those mag glasses? Deduction. Move. I kind of do, actually. I kind of do want them. Six on 4. 7, 4. It is pretty meaningful that I get them, that I keep those. I'm going to throw an inquiring mind at this. 6 on 4. +1, didn't need it. Game's just taunting me now. We'll put Call the Unknown back at Rivertown. Yes, it's Shroud 4, but precious little I can do about that. We are going to play Strange Solution. We are going to investigate with deduction. 7 against 1. This time we get both clues. We're going to move back to Rivertown. We're going to attempt to investigate. We're testing 6 on 4. 6 on 4. We are going to fail. We drop a clue, which is interesting. And we take 2 horror from our weakness, and it shuffles back into our deck. Whew. Marvelous. All right, no enemies. We upkeep. Tooth of Etzli, not very helpful in this scenario. Mythos, this ticks over, and it's, whoa, what? Don't know what I did to it there. The Masked Hunter. Fight 4, health 6, evade 2. A bunch of stuff that maybe won't matter. I can't discover spend clues. In a perfect world, which we are seldom in, 2 shots of the Strange Solution will defeat him. Let's see how perfect of a world we're in. We drew a Disciple of the Devourer, who takes a clue. Whoa. Well, I don't know what's that. It takes a clue and gets a doom, because it is Agenda 2. And he spawns in the farthest empty location. He gets a doom on him and takes one of my clues on its location. So where would that be? These are all 1 away. These are all 2 away. So it could be the hospital, downtown, or the north side. We're going to put him... We're going to put him downtown. Come on. All right. Can we kill this man? We're certainly going to try. So we will attack with Strange Solution. We're testing 6 against 4. We're going to Unexpected Courage this to make it 8 on 4. -3 is still a pass. We do 3 damage. We're going to do that again. 6 on 4. We're going to Inquiring Mind this, since the tablet token let us drop a thing on Rivertown, which is good. I should have spawned him. No, you know what we do? This hasn't mattered yet. Instead of downtown, I'm going to spawn him at the hospital. Because I have a different plan for him. But right now we're testing 9 against 4. Tablets -3. At least we have defeated the Masked Hunter, if nothing else. Okay. And last action, I'm going to discard the Tooth of Etzli with a willpower icon on it to remove the Doom from this guy. Yes, and I'll mark this to show that I did the once a game ability there. Fine. Beautiful, even. All right, no enemies that do anything. We upkeep into Call of the Unknown. This is the most cursed Ursula run ever. 1 of 8 Doom. We get a locked door, which locks up the hospital. They both have 1 clue. We'll lock up Rivertown, actually. And they both have 1 clue. We know the hospital will eventually have a 2nd clue, but it doesn't have it yet. Fine. We'll put Call of the Unknown over yonder way at Easttown. And we're going to move there. What's here? 4 Shroud, 2 clues, victory 1. You can spend an action to add 2 supply tokens or ammo tokens to an asset you control. I am going to do that because Strange Solution runs on supplies. But first we're going to do our Ursula action to try to get a clue here. We'll use field work. So we are testing 8 against 4. -1 is a pass. We get a clue and don't get annihilated by our weakness just yet. I will spend an action to add 2, not 2 more copy. Well, I guess, don't know what's happening. It's fine. We add 2 more uses, 2 more supplies to our Strange Solution. I am just a royal mess. We just sort of... Welcome to the most professional run of the Midnight Masks ever. Please hold your applause until the end of the show. I want this clue. 6 on 4. Yes, we're going to try to get it. Cultist is -2. And we put a Doom on this damn cultist. From this place, there is no escape. No enemies that do anything other than taunt me. We upkeep into a Eureka. Eureka, I've got it. We're hosed. 2 + 1 is 3 out of 8 Doom. Mask of Umordoth attached to the farthest cultist enemy and put a Doom on him. Okay. I guess we need to kill him. We have a couple turns to accomplish that feat. We have more acid in our pocket. Or are they just happy to see me? Fine. I am aware of Dr. Malison. Do I bother spawning a cultist? I think the rule is spawn a cultist if I'm at a location where I can handle it if they spawn on my head. Which would not be here, since the guy who shows up here has health 4. I could not Strange Solution him in a single turn. Downtown, however, I can't either. That one shows up with health 4. North side, however, I could. So we're not going to make a cultist appear. I don't know if we ever will. What we are going to do is say that my Call of the Unknown target is downtown and move to downtown. 4 Shroud, 2 clues. You can spend an action to heal 3 horror. Victory 1. That's tempting. But the first thing we're going to do is use Fieldwork and our Seeker reaction. We're testing 8 against 4. Skull is a -2. I should adjust that while this guy has 2 Doom. That is a pass. We get a clue. We don't get annihilated yet. I think I don't heal my horror. That's a risky play. But, well, So if I stay here, all right, let's think this through. We're at 4 of 8 Doom. We're going to be at 5. No, I have time to work my way around to this guy. Maybe. I am going to heal the horror because this might chunk me at any time. But the first thing I'm going to do is investigate. 6 on 4. I'm going to commit the Eureka to make it 7 on 4. 0's a pass. We search our top 3. Well, I don't want that guy. None of these are helpful. Honestly, I think I take... Tempted to take the strange solution for the wild commit. Yeah, I think I am. Fine. And I got the clue. And then I will spend an action to heal 3 horror. Fine. Enemies just taunt me. We upkeep into Tooth of Etzli. Immediately making me regret not keeping Unearth the Ancients, but whatever. We are at 3 plus 2 is 5 of 8 Doom. Get a Disciple of the Devourer. Takes a clue, gets... Hold on. Do I Malison this? Where would he go? So 1, 2... These are all 3. I think I do. I think I do Malison this. I drop a clue on my location, which I'm hoping to pick back up. We're going to shuffle this guy back in. We're going to draw a different card. We're probably going to immediately regret our choice, and it's... It is the same damn card again. We're going to put him here in Southside. Maybe we get there. Maybe we don't. All right. We will put this at Northside. This being my weakness. I need to kill guys next turn. I want this victory point. I'm going to investigate. I will commit the strange solution, so I'm testing 7 against 4. Skull is still a -2, so I do pass. I get my clue back. I'm going to move to Northside. 3 Shroud, 2 clues, victory 1. Spend 5 resources to gain 2 clues. That would be lovely. But I don't have time. I was hoping for the one that would let me warp across the map. We are going to use our special investigate, and we'll use fieldwork. So we are testing 8 against 3. That was -3. We pass. We don't get annihilated yet. If I move here, then I'll be at 4. Then I could move, engage, kill. Or if I have to do a thing, I could do a thing, move, kill this guy. I have to let this go. At least at the moment. I'm not comfortable I have enough actions. So we are going to move again. To the university. 4 Shroud, 2 clues, victory 1. We've got all of the difficult double clue victory versions of these locations, which is kind of amazing. All right. No enemies that do anything other than taunt us. We upkeep to the Silver Twilight Acolyte, because why wouldn't we? At least we have a manual dexterity. We're at 4 plus 3 is 7 Doom. Masked Horrors, well, we have enough clues that the game doesn't end. We just take 2 horror, which, fine. Okay, we're going to evade this guy with manual dexterity. We are testing 6 against... No, hold on. Do we melt his face off with acid? Kill him, move, kill him. Next round... Move, engage, kill him. Yes. We melt his face off with acid. We also make south side our investigation target. So we're going to attack. 6 on 2. There is a pass. This guy wishes he never showed up. We move down the south side. 3 shroud, 1 clue. Draw, spend action, draw 3 cards. That ain't happening. This guy engages. We'll use our investigate. Yes, he hits us for 1 damage, which will go on Malison. We will fieldwork this, so we're testing 8 on 3. Skull's still -2. We get the clue. We get 1 clue, and we don't get chunked by our weakness. We attack. It pains me to use Strange Solution on an enemy with 1 health, but that's what we have to do. We're testing 6 on 3. Cultist is -2. Place a doom on the nearest cultist. Thankfully, the nearest cultist is this guy. That happens before the attack resolves. He's defeated. We live to fight another turn. The enemies taunt us. We upkeep into and unearth the Ancients. We are at 5 + 2 is 7 doom. Hunting Shadow. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. I mean, I'm never going to spend all these clues. Right? I'll take 2 damage. What's the worst that can happen? We're about to find out. We'll put Call of the Unknown at the hospital. Okay. Now, we move to said hospital. This guy does not engage us because the mask makes him aloof. Shroud 2, 1 clue. Spend action to heal 3 damage. Let's fieldwork, special investigate. 8 against 2. We pass. Yeah, it wouldn't have. That's fine. We get a clue. We stave off our weakness for another day. We spend an action to engage this guy. And then, whoop. And then we use our last bit of acid to try to kill him. 6 on 3. He'll have 3 health. Elder Sign. So he is defeated. And then I can move. And yeah, I am going to move up to the university. Can I get 1 other cultist? We're going to find out. Maybe. No enemies that do anything. We upkeep. A shortcut. That might come in handy. Mythos. 6 of 8. We got 2 turns left. Maybe. Hunting Night Gaunt. We are going to Malison this. We will drop a clue. We're going to shuffle this guy back. And we're going to draw Obscuring Fog. Much better. I'm not getting this victory point. That's fine. Everything's fine. We will put Call of the Unknown back up here at Northside. I am going to spend 2 clues to draw a cultist. Now, at the very end of the game, Alma Hill down in Southside. I mean, maybe. If I do her, if I have, what, 5 more actions? If I move here, investigate, that is another victory point. Oh, I have shortcut. Then if I came back, like, Parlaying her draws the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. But as long as you have at least 2 clues, so that Masked Horrors doesn't add a doom, and none of that will end the scenario prematurely. And then I can resign after parlaying her. Maybe that's what we do. I'll tell you the next thing we do. We spend another 2 clues to reveal another cultist. And it's my next door neighbor. I don't think I have time to get to my house. Which is fine. Let's see. If I move up here to get this victory point, next round I could shortcut, move, parlay, resign. As long as I get 1. I was hoping to get either the one who shows up in Northside or the one that shows up in the university. But those are not in the cards, as they say. As it were. How you do. No, actually, you know what we do? We move up there. We use our special investigate with field work so that we are testing 8 against 3. +1's a pass. We get a clue. We stave off our weakness. And now we shortcut back right now. Right back to the university. Doing this so that if I get a really terrible thing on the draw, I can malice in it without losing out on a victory point. Fine. All right. The enemies taunt us. We upkeep. 2nd manual dexterity. 7 of 8 doom. A locked door. The university is obscured and very locked. There is nothing to do here. That's fine. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We just move, parlay, and then resign. Just for the look of it, I'll say that Southside is my place to investigate. We move down. We use field work to boost our next test. I don't bother investigating because we're going to resign before my turn. But we are... Yes. But now we are going to parlay her. We'll draw the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. How bad can it be? We get a Disciple of the Devourer who takes 1 of our clues and gets a doom. This won't matter, but we'll put him 1, 2. I think he goes in downtown. Oh, it will matter because I lose out on the victory. Hold on. Do I malice in this? 1, 2. Yes, I would lose out on the victory. I am going to malice in this. I drop a clue here. Not get a doom. He shuffles back. He might show back up. Hunting Night Gaunt, that's fine. Because we're just going to resign. False lead, that's fine. It might... It gets into Masked Horrors, that would not be fine. So we are going to try to pass this test. I'll commit the Unearth the Ancients. So I'm testing 6 against 4. Cultist is -2. We pass. A doom goes on Alma Hill, but whatever, it's not getting checked. And we finish things off strong with the Ghoul Priest showing up to have a friendly chat with my next door neighbor. But then Alma Hill goes into the victory display. Then we resign. That's what you call, this is quite the run. But we actually got quite a few victory points against all odds. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 from locations, plus 2 from the Masked Hunter, and 1 from Alma Hill. So we have 7 points going into the Devourer below. which is, I did spend all that, which is just enough. Buy one Barricade 3 and upgrade my other strange solution. Is that the plan? Is that the play? Part of me is wondering whether I upgrade the second strange solution and spend a point to go play Curse of the Rougarou and see if I can't get, but I get 3 more victory points there. I mean, potentially. But also, we don't have a ton of Horror Soak. That is probably a bad idea. We're just going to roll right into the Devourer below, and we will see how badly everything goes. Let's get our other cultists who got away. They were Billy Cooper, Wolfman Drew, and Herman Collins. Yeah, all the other 4 health guys. Fun time. We'll bring the Ghoul Priest over because he's going to be around as well. Okay, so we did resign. Resolution 1, cultists we interrogated, cultists who got away. Ghoul Priest still alive. We get 7 victory points into the Devourer below. So let's clean all this up. Okay. Reset all this, and then we're going to plow right into it. 15 resources at the end. There was just never time to play anything. All right, so we're going to take out the other level 0 strange solution. And what are we going to take out to make room for a Barricade 3? I think... one of the Tooths of Etzli? There are a lot of bad treacheries in Devourer below. That could be handy to get online. One Unearth the Ancients. Double book commit. I'm going to go with my gut. I will remove one Tooth of Etzli. Strange solution. Barricade. Unfortunately, not getting Pathfinder didn't quite have enough points. That's fine. Okay. Bear with me while I clean all this up. Up we go. Up all of this goes. Helper. Reset. Clean this. Recall. Place. Okay. Bower below. We add an Elder Thing token to the Chaos bag. Which is a lovely -5. Why wouldn't we have a -5 in the bag? All right, let's put the main path down here where it's easier to see. Let's shuffle up these Arkham Woods locations, and let's toss down 4. 1, 2. Nope. 3, 4. Set the rest aside. Let us shuffle up the Agents of the Ancient One and put 1 to the deck, along with the Ghoul Priest. We got our cultists hanging out here. We will be at the main path. We put 2 Doom on the agenda because 4 cultists got away. It is not past midnight, so we don't have to discard cards at random. Let's see our opening hand. Malison, Fieldwork. And I will toss the rest back. Ah, strange solution. Good. Second field work. And I've got a plan. All right. Fine. It could be worse. All right. Main path, 2 Shroud, no clues. You can spend an action to resign, which is just giving up on life. Let's get this show on the road to its ultimate conclusion, shall we? We'll spend 1 to play Strange Solution so that we have some means of protecting ourselves. We'll spend... We gotta move. We will... I'll play Malison next time. Watch me instantly regret that. We're gonna play off field work, and we're gonna move. Let's try this one. What do we get? 2 Shroud, 1 clue. You investigate using willpower. Okay. Thankfully, field work boosts the next test, whatever it is, so I'll use my investigatability. With willpower, we are testing 5 on 2. +1's a pass, we get a clue. Okay. No enemies. We upkeep. A Eureka. Bad. 3 of 4 doom. Chill from below. Test willpower 3. For each point you fail by, discard a card at random from your hand. I'd really rather not. I think I'll commit the Eureka 4 on 3. I mean, maybe. Skull is, in fact, a 0. There's no monsters in play, so we pass and we... Well, we dodge our weakness. Do I unearth the Ancients? Move, because that will let me get Malison or a fieldwork into play. On the other hand, Inquiring Mind will help me with some of these potentially very difficult clues to pick up. Move, investigate. Get Dr. Malison play. I think I will take the Inquiring Mind. Okay. Second field work or Malison? No. Now we're going to play Dr. Malison. And move back to the center. And let's try this location. 2 Shroud, 1 clue. After you reveal a Chaos token while investigating, resolve another Chaos token. Well, ouch. Well, we'll use field work. We'll do our special investigate. So we're testing 6 against 2, but we're going to reveal 2 tokens. Do I Inquiring Mind this? Yeah, probably. 9 on 2. I want this clue. 9 on 2. Pull 2 tokens. -3 total. There are no enemies to get Doom, thankfully, so I didn't need that, but whatever. Got 2 clues. Got to speed. It's my only chance. No enemies yet. We upkeep into a mag glass. Now this advances. Now we're going to get an enemy on the main path. Shuffle into the discard. Discard cards to the monsters. Discarded. Spawn the main path. It gets a Doom. A goat spawn. Interesting. We've got the Shub-Niggurath set. Fight 3, health 3 of 8-2. Hunter retaliate. When defeated, everyone in its location takes a horror. That's... Okay. Now, the most hateful agenda 2 in the game. Every enemy gets +1 to fight and +1 of aid. So this guy is a 4/3/3. And now we get Frozen in Fear. Ooh. Do I malice in this? Problem is, this location is a particularly hateful one to have to pick the clue back up from. Maybe what I do is accept this, but spend my whole turn drawing cards, because I do want to beef up my hand. I'd love to have some more commits to defeat this guy, rather than trusting myself to a 6-on-4. Which is good, but could be better. Yes, I will take this. Now we're going to draw some cards. A deduction? I mean, maybe. At the very least, the ritual site comes with 2 clues on it. We're going to draw another card. Eureka. I'm going to draw another card. I'm going to... It might be Silver Twilight Acolyte. And then I would be just filled with regret. But I also don't have any other willpower commits. And we're doing it. Tooth of Etsley. Now, willpower 3. Do I commit the Tooth of It? 5-on-3. No, I should play it, shouldn't I? I should play it next round. All right, we're slightly slow rolling, but I think I have to. We're just gonna goals are -1. No, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna commit Eureka, and we're gonna commit the Tooth of Etsley. 5-on-3. Mistake. Elder Sign. Well, I pass, and I search the top 3. I don't have a window to play shortcut right now. I mean, this is discarded. Thing is, if I move, then this guy will just hit me for 1. But maybe I'm fine with that. 1 damage. Kind of think I am. None of these, however, are a fist to help with the... No, we take shortcut. And we do use this to move back in on this guy who engages me. Enemy face, he hits for damage, which goes on Dr. Mallison. Yes, I have a plan. Is it a good plan? Probably not, but it's the plan we've got. We upkeep into second Dr. Mallison, okay? We're at 2 of 1 + 1 is 2 of 5 Doom, a Grave Eater. Do I Malison this? It could be a lot worse. I do have Strange Solution. I could kill them both. My plan is I can shortcut into one of these. And as long as it's not the Quiet Glade, which it's what? A 1 in 8 chance now being? There'll be a clue. And I can fieldwork. And then instead of using my Investigate, I use the fieldwork to boost my Strange Solution hit to hit 8 on 4 on this guy. And then I can do 6 on 3 on this guy. And then do a thing. I think I do take this. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we play shortcut. Remove. 2 shroud, 1 clue. Location investigated using agility instead of whatever else. Okay. I'll use fieldwork. I am not doing the investigate. Rather, we are attacking the goat spawn with a strange solution. So we're 6 plus 2 is 8 against 4. We needed every point. That's an exact pass. He's defeated. I take a horror, which goes on Dr. Mallison. We're going to strange solution again. We're testing 6 against 3 this time. Or do I use I've got a plan? If I use I've got a plan to save these, I'd be testing 4 against 3. 5. No. No. We'll use the strange solution. 6 on 3. We're gonna fail, because that's a -5. Doesn't matter what we would have done. We're gonna try again. This is our last bit of juice. 6. No, this time I'll use I've got a plan. Four and 3. Skills were -2 earlier, but I still passed. See, what I'm thinking is there will be an enemy who will show up at the ritual site if I get there, and I want to keep 1 shot of acid for it. I'd also love to keep the deduction. Oh, wait a minute. I have 2 of these now. Nah, you know what? I forgot. There's a second one in here. We're going to try this one more time. 6 on 3. Gone. Okay. Whew. All right. No enemies. We upkeep. Unexpected courage. Okay. We're 2 of 5 doom. Rotting remains. What have I got? Well, I got unexpected courage. Not malicing that. It's not an enemy. Yeah, I'll courage this. 5 on 3. Ugh. That's a bad auto fail. 3 horror, huh? You know what? 1's going to defeat Dr. Mallison, and I'll take 2. Because we're going to play his good friend Dr. Mallison. Now, getting this clue without benefit of fieldwork, which I could move out and move back in for, like that is a thing you can do. These connect? No, they do not. Right? None of these can. Move these down here to compress it a little bit. So I get 4 on 2. What I need are cards. Before I can spend these clues to advance, I need the barricade. It is the only way. So I need to sit here and draw some cards. So we're going to do exactly that. Mandex. Draw again. Acquiring mind. Okay. No enemies. Upkeep. My weakness. That's a problem. Okay. And those 3 of 5. What else? Wrath. Willpower 5. Reach a point you fail by. Choose and discard a card from your hand or take a damage and a horror. I'm going to Inquiring Mind this. 6 on 5. Habits -3. There's no monster here. So I fail by 2. I have to discard 2 cards or take a damage and a horror. Or for each. I'm going to put a damage and a horror on William Malison. And I think I'm going to discard this second field work. Okay. All the Unknown, I think, attaches at the main path. I do need to try to stave that off. But first, we're going to investigate here, since I have a Mandex and I can commit it. So we're testing 6 against 2. -2 is a pass. Hey, barricade! Ah-ha-ha! The dream is alive. We're going to do it. We're going to move back to the main path. We'll use... actually, before I move to the main path, I will spend a resource to slap down a mag last. Then I move to the main path. I'll use my reaction to investigate here. We're testing 5 against 2. -1 is a pass. We stave off my weakness for another day. Now, barricade is not fast. Attached to my location. Enemies can't move into or spawn here. Every time a non-elite enemy would spawn here, spawn at a connecting location instead of available. When I leave, discard it. I'm going to slap this down. Ooh. What could wreck my day? I mean, there are a few cards here that would wreck my day. The Ghoul Priest. But honestly, if he shows up, the day is completely wrecked, kind of regardless. Oh, a Disciple. Disciple Devourer shows up. He will take one of my clues. Then I can't advance. I can't advance yet until the barricade is down. Do I hang on to the barricade? I'm thinking probably not, because there are more cards that will make me discard cards from hand. If a Disciple shows up, I Malison and pray. Because at least then can maybe pick up the clue that I've dropped. So I am going to use my last action while I have it to play Barricade 3. Okay. No enemies. We upkeep. Unearth the Ancients. Mythos. We are at 4 of 5 Doom on the second agenda. What's our card? Chill from Below. Good thing I didn't keep it in hand. Testing 3 on 3. Discard a card at random from your hand for each point you fail by. I mean, I'd love to keep the deduction. I don't have any commits, and I'm not malicining this. 3 on 3. Elder Sign. I can't advance because it's not my turn. It has to be during my turn that I spend the clues to advance. So I can't take advantage of the free move. but I can just pass the test. Now, sadly, I think I have to get chunked by Call of the Unknown, because the location, the ritual site, is not yet in play, and I don't have a window to advance the act until after my turn has started, so this hits first. So I am just going to eat 2 more horror. I mean, just for effect, we'll make it the one unknown place that shall forever remain unknown. And suddenly, the fact that I did not use... I've got a plan on that other ghoul is biting me, because now I won't have the clues to actually get any benefit out of it when dealing with the enemy that's going to show up in that location. But I could still advance the act, scatter the cultists through the power barricade, and then just draw some cards. And maybe get something. Because I don't have to charge in yet. I just need to advance the act while the barricade is here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Spend 3 clues to advance the act. The rituals... I can need all this stuff. Rituals. Ghoul Priest? Pretty sure I shuffled the Ghoul Priest in. Yeah, there he is. Ritual site comes into play. All the cultists spawn at the main path. But they cannot spawn at the main path. So they spawn at connecting locations because none of them are elite. And we're going to scatter them all throughout the woods for effect. All right. Look, even if I lose, I'm just happy that I got to do the Barricade 3 nonsense. So now this advances when I go into the ritual site. An enemy will spawn there with me. Honestly, I'm better off waiting until next turn to do that, when they will no longer have +1 fight and +1 evade. So we're going to draw some cards. If I get the Silver Twilight Acolyte, it also spawns at a connecting location. So this is a perfect time to draw it. Now that I've said that and manifested it, let's draw some cards. A second, I've got a plan. I still have no clues for it. I could eat an attack, use my investigate with a deduction to get 2 clues, and then hopefully be enough. But we're going to draw some more cards. There we go. And we're going to play the second strange solution. Okay. Okay. They all sit around. None of them hunt. Not that they could move in even if they wanted. I do take 2 horror from Call of the Unknown, which sucks. But there's nothing to be done about that. Can I accomplish this with my 3 horror soak remaining? We're going to find out. We upkeep into a guts. Okay. The agenda advances. Oh, this could be bad. I forgot about this. There's willpower 6. If you fail, get a random basic madness weakness and add it to your hand. Okay. Do I guts for the 2 token chance of passing? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, so we're not. 3 on 6. Yeah, it sure wouldn't have been worth it. That's kind of autofail I don't mind seeing. All right, what is our fate? Madness weakness, huh? That's the one I was afraid of. Amnesia. Discard all but 1 card from your hand. Well, I will keep the deduction. So I can get 2 clues at once. In the ritual site. I think that's the right play, since I have the strange solution. All right. Agenda 3. Doom track of 5. What is our card? Ah! Well, I mean, this is basically an Ancient Evils. One of these guys gets a mask. Let's put it on Herman Collins since he already has a mask. Actually, no. Let's put it on my next door neighbor. If this ends up mattering, that'd be pretty hilarious. But I don't think it will. Unless no, I can't malice in it. I don't have a clue to drop. All right. Here we go. We move on in. We discard Barricade. We charge into the ritual site. Shuffle the discard into the deck. Discard cards till an enemy is discarded. Spawn at the ritual site. What do we get? A Grave Eater. That could have been a lot worse. That was probably... Well, I don't know. That might be the... one of the softest I could have gotten. Okay. Act 3. Spend an action and clue. Test willpower or agility 3. If you succeed, place a clue in this act. If there are 2 clues per investigator on this act, advance. So, if I use my investigate, well, first of all, 3 shroud, 2 clues. At the end of the round, it replenishes to 2 clues. So, I use fieldwork. I can't do my special investigate productively because he'll hit me first and then I'll discard the deduction. That'll happen before I have a chance to commit it. So what I am going to do is attack with the strange solution. We are testing 6 against 2. He's no longer powered up. That is a painful auto fail. We're going to attack with the strange solution. We're testing 6 against 2. Oh my gosh, that's a -5, and we fail again. The game is a game. He attacks, he does a damage and a horror. And I discard the deduction. Wow. We upkeep Jake Williams. I should have just killed Dr. Mallison then, but who knew? Not me. We're at 2. 1 + 1 is 2 of 5 doom. And this Rotting Remains is probably going to kill me. Man, even the fieldwork didn't help because the first one was an auto-fail. 3 on 3. I can't use Dr. Mallison. I'm going to commit Jake Williams, which really hurts. 4 on 3. We passed because we committed Jake Williams because there's only one monster in play. We attack with my last shot of acid. 6 on frickin' 2. Place 1 doom on the nearest enemy, which is this guy, and then he's dead. Oh boy. Five on 3 to get a clue. I'm going for it. 5 on 3. Can I get a clue? Skull's a 0. I do get a clue. 5 on 3. Do I get a clue? 0's a 0. I do get a clue. We're not dead yet. No enemies do anything. We upkeep. We have an Unearth the Ancients. Not super helpful. At the end of the round, this replenishes. 2 clues. Okay. We're at 2 + 1 is 3 of 5 doom. We've got 2 turns left. Umordos Wrath. I'm gonna have to Malice in this. I drop a clue. And instead we get, oh my god, a Relentless Dark Young. Well, I guess we try to evade it. 4 on 2. Here's a pass. It is evaded. I'm going to investigate and commit Unearth the Ancients. I'm testing 7 against 3. Skull is now a -1. I do pass. I get a clue. I'm going to move. I can place clues on the act from anywhere. If I move to the center, it's possible I might be able to place them both next turn. Alternately, I could move to this last location, and because I put the Doom on Jeremiah, I could get rid of him with the parlay, but I'd really be trusting in that willpower 4 test. This is tense, but I think I need to leave. I mean, what's my other option? I have no cards. I could attempt to place a clue. 4 on 3 covers this much of the bag. And then next round, what? Evade again. What does this do? 2 damage and a horror. I mean, technically, I could try to place. No, see, I could get a +2 from field work. If I moved out. I got a clue. Move in. But I'd be 2 actions away from other clues. I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just over half the bag. Literally just over half the bag. I would love to draw. One of these is a Silver Twilight Acolyte. I'm going to try placing a clue on the act. It is just over a coin flip, using agility 4 on 3. Here we go. -1 is a pass. We got 1. And we get the other. The enemies are turned off. We upkeep. We have a perception. Not going to help us put a clue in the act. But, well, we'll see. This guy readies. Mythos. 3+1, 4 out of 5 doom. Distant voices can't play assets or events. This, okay. Sure. I can't take 2 attacks of opportunity. I think I evade. Perception doesn't help. I could investigate. I'll take a hit, which will defeat Dr. Mallison. No. No. Evade first. 4 on 2. 4 on 2. That was a fail. It's a good thing I didn't investigate. Well, I guess technically I would have passed, but whatever. I was hoping to get a different card. I guess it doesn't really matter. Since if I evade, I have one last attempt to get the clue on the act. I have nothing else. If I drew a card, it'll hit me, defeat Dr. Mallison, and then I go to place, I'll still be defeated. I think here's what we do. I'm going to try to place the clue on the act. I'll take the attack of opportunity. And if it fails, then the relentless Dark Young gets the credit of defeating Ursula right before Omordoth spawns. Because there ain't nothing to do once Omordoth spawns. All right. Dr. Mallison, he takes the hit. Wait, hold on. This can't, like, do horror to me, can it? No, just damage. Dr. Mallison takes the hit and a damage. Can we place this clue on the act? 4 on 3. It all comes down to this. That is Arkham Horror, the card game, a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games. That is the second time that I have been deprived of victory through an autofail on a critical test. And we try to investigate, the Dark Young defeats us. It's all right. We got the 2 achievements that I came for, which was I don't trust her and but do I have to? We've now completed all the achievements that that I don't need as part of a run to complete the game successfully. Next time, we'll play as someone else who might just possibly be able to complete the game successfully. Honestly, especially after such a difficult start, and if I had gotten one more victory point in the gathering,
which was very close to happening. I could have gotten a copy of Pathfinder, which could have helped tremendously. The Devourer below actually went better than it ever has. To get so close and have a just over coin flip chance of succeeding is not bad. We'll see who goes next.
Some of these complete the campaign achievements. There's one for completing the campaign without defeating any ghouls. That'll be interesting. There's one for completing it without defeating any of the unique cultists. That becomes problematic because then you can't defeat the masked hunter. You can parlay the others because that doesn't defeat them. It just adds them to the victory display. But you can't defeat the masked hunter or its return equivalent. Which means if you advance the act in Devour Below, then that thing spawns and starts hunting you around the place, which suggests a turtling strategy, which return makes difficult, but not impossible. And then, of course, there's winning on expert and winning with ultimatums active. I might actually attempt the one with the ultimatums active, frankly. I've got some ideas for that. But we will see. That'll be next time. Thank you for anyone who has watched and enjoyed. This was fun. Quite the challenge, but still fun. Until next time, take it easy, everyone.